We have been working on lowering the plastics in our house. If you haven't already watched it, there is an amazing documentary on Netflix called The Plastic Detox, which really dives deep into all of this. And it's not about the impact that plastics is having on our environment, which is where most people come from, but this is about the impact that plastics is having on our health and our fertility and just our general well-being. And I have been on this journey for a while. I really prioritize health and try to live low toxic, non-toxic as much as possible. And as a lot of you already know, my partner and I recently moved across the country. So we kind of got rid of everything when we moved and we got to start from scratch, which has been good. And in doing that, I was like, all right, everything we're getting is not going to be plastic. And then we watched this documentary only a few weeks ago now, and it was really overwhelming. It was like, especially as somebody who's already on the journey, I was still really overwhelmed by it. But it's very informative and it's all science-backed. There's scientists who are doing it, so you can get all the information from that documentary, and obviously there's other sources. But I wanted to share with you 5 ways that we've been reducing plastics in our life, in our home, and just the switches that we've made. So the first one I want to talk about is your clothing and checking the labels of your clothing. So if you have a look, I have a huge pile at the moment that I'm getting rid of because I've gone through my wardrobe to do a cleanse of, not a cleanse, but to remove everything that has plastics. And if you have a look, there's a label inside the products that'll tell you what it's made of. So this one is 100% polyester, which is plastic. So you want to be looking for cottons and wools, linens. You want to avoid bamboo. That, I know it's not a plastic, but it's processed using chemicals. So those chemicals stay in the fabrics, and then obviously your skin, being the largest organ in your body, absorbs everything that you put on it. So I am for, organic where I can, and then just natural fibers, especially with your activewear. Like these pants I'm wearing are hemp, which is another fiber that I use, because when you're sweating, then you absorb even more through your skin. So clothing is a really big switch. So that's one of the ones we've been doing, checking the labels of clothing before you buy anything. We don't buy a lot anyway, but when we do, we just try to make sure that it's natural fibers. And then when we moved here, we had the opportunity to buy all new cleaning products, so we were able to switch our broom. So this one has coconut fibers. So coconut fibers, wood, metal for this part. And so rather than using plastic, and normally a lot of even the wooden handle brooms have nylon brushes. And then we got dustpan, the same. So that was a really big one for me. I wanted to get non-plastic cleaning stuff, and it's not the cheapest, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it is an investment to change these things, and we're not perfect. We're doing it slowly over time, and it is a process, so just bear with it and do one thing at a time. Like, we still have a list of all the things that we're wanting to switch out, so you just do what you can. The next one that I would suggest is buying bulk. And with this, so like there's a lot of organic Whole Foods places. A lot of them still, unfortunately, keep everything in plastic tubs, which is a shame because we don't want the plastic tubs. We've managed to find a bulk Whole Foods that stores everything in stainless steel tubs. So we go there and we stock up on things like rice, pasta, oats. We just put things in brown paper bags for now because we don't have the glass jars. So yeah, it's avoiding the plastics. And obviously when you buy those things at the supermarkets, they come in plastic containers. So yeah, buying bulk where you can. Another note on that is cans are lined with plastic. So where you can use bottles instead of cans. So that includes even like your beers and stuff, or your beer cans are lined with plastic. So where you can get things in bottles, that is a better alternative. And that's something that we look for. We've been buying our cream in a bottle, and just trying to switch them out where we can. The other thing is as well, like in buying bulk, like you can take, I know our butcher has said that they would let us take in our own containers, and they'll just put the meat straight in our containers. And like if you go to a deli, you can ask them to put the cheese in your container. So you just take your own containers places. Most people are pretty good about it. So you can take your own stuff with you. The next one, number 4, is to upgrade your laundry. So we have my beautiful Ken basket here. I got this from an auction I think I honestly have so many cane baskets now because I kept bidding on them in auctions, and I've got like 8 cane baskets now. And I think I got all of them for like $30. If you buy them brand new, they're expensive, but this is just a secondhand one that I got at an auction, and we use that for our laundry. I went and bought all new. I had to get these on Amazon. I couldn't find them anywhere, but wooden coat hangers with the stainless steel hooks. These aren't powder coated, and these have a low VOC. I don't know what VOC stands for, but basically a non-toxic coating, because varnishes have toxins and stuff in them. So I specifically picked ones that had a non-toxic coating. So you don't want fabric ones, because chances are the fabric's made from plastic, and that defeats the purpose. So wood was what we went with for the coat hangers, and then we did the stainless steel pegs for the clothesline. They don't seem to leave marks. I peg things under the arms because you're not really lifting your arms up and showing everyone your arms anyway. So yeah, they work really well. Again, more expensive, they're an investment, but they should last a long time. We leave them in this bag. We bring them in. We never leave them on the washing line. My partner tried to leave them on the washing line, and I was like, no, they'll go rusty. So yeah, we don't leave them on the washing line. And for my 5th one would be your bed linens and your blankets and stuff. So if you look, I've got a blanket here. Terrible, sad blanket. I've actually already sold one blanket in the last week. I need to sell this one or give it to a charity or something. I don't think charities accept blankets, but it's full of acrylic polyester. It's so bad. So for the couch, I've switched it out to this handmade woolen. It's natural wool. It's not acrylic. My great aunt made this for me. So we use this on the couch, and then on the bed, we've got organic cotton sheets, I'm pretty sure, and then like a feather doona and a woolen underlay, and yeah, just everything's natural. So those are 5 of the main ones that we've done in our house. I did have a bonus one, cooking utensils. So we did switch out. My partner's a chef, so he took his crappy knives that I didn't like to work, and we got all wooden handled stainless steel knives. With your cooking utensils as well, you want to be aware of the stainless steel. You don't want powder coated stainless steel, and you want the grade 304. That's the least toxic and the safest one, and you're eating off it, so you want to be aware of this stuff. And we also bought new plates. You want to be looking at what your plates are made out of, and you kind of want to just go with neutral colors, because once you start to add in the colors and stuff, there's different chemicals that are used in that. So yeah, we got a wooden chopping board as well. We'll probably get more, but we have one for now because we're getting what we can. And our saucepan, we went with stainless steel with a copper bottom and a stainless steel handle, so no plastic on our saucepan. And they're the ones we've already done. So yeah, it's a work in progress. We're doing the best we can with the information that we have, and it is an investment, so that's why we're doing it over time. But I think it's worth it for our health. Like I said earlier, health is my number one value and priority, and it's so important to me to live a healthy life, mentally, physically, in all areas. So once I know something, I can't unknow it, and I can't continue to live my life in that way, because I'm just aware then of the harm that it's doing to me. And yeah, I think knowledge is power. So a few things we want to change, I've got notes, is I want to try soap berries. My sister-in-law has recommended this one. So this is for the laundry. She makes her own. I don't know what soap berries are, but you buy them in the shop and you put them in the wash to wash your clothes. So I'm going to try them. I can report back. This is Shadow, if you haven't met Shadow, playing with the broom, really fulfilling the witch vibes there. And I'm going to get a conditioner bar. There's a brand that I've researched, which is good for curly hair. I haven't washed my hair in days, so it's a little limp. It's normally quite curly. So yeah, they've got a specific curly conditioner. And with the bars, like it's the same with the bars of soap. Yes, they don't always necessarily last as long, but if you dry them properly, like if you sit them on a little piece of wood with grates in it, they'll dry. You don't want to leave them wet. But in general, the bars of soap themselves have a lot less chemicals and nasties in them than what any of the liquid soaps do. So if you can use a bar of soap, highly recommend it. And then the conditioner, we're going to try the bars to see how it works, because we want to move away from plastics in the bathroom. And then the other one we're still working on is upgrading all our containers, because we just kind of left them all behind when we moved, and we need to get all new ones. I think we're going to go glass. There's obviously stainless steel as well. I think it just depends with the glass how they seal, like what the seal is around the edge. So that's one we're working on for the future. But I would highly recommend going and watching the documentary called The Plastic Detox. And this isn't to scare you, it's just to kind of give you information and let you know things that we've changed. Because again, they're things you're using like every day, like the broom and stuff. And like even with my yoga stuff, which you can see here, like my yoga mat is rubber, so it's not plastic. And then I've got the cork yoga blocks. So it's just trying to do better where you can. And my biggest one for you would be activewear. Please try to avoid wearing plastic in your activewear, because you're sweating and absorbing it through the skin. I can't get this to stand properly now. It's just gonna fall. I'll lay it down. Zone by Lydio is doing the activewear. There's some merino brands out there. If you find a great brand, tell me. The big one that I'm working on is swimwear. I need to find a brand of swimwear, because I'm not so much here, but I was swimming every day when I lived in Western Australia and was saunering multiple times a week. And obviously, I want to be wearing natural fibers for that. And other big one is underwear, 100% natural. So I use the brand Stonekin. I'm going to get my partner some. So they're pretty sure they're all organic. They're 100% cotton, and they use the low toxic dyes. So a lot of dyes have chemicals in it. Again, if you're avoiding the plastics, you want to be avoiding the chemicals just for your health in general. So Stonekin is the brand that I use for underwear, and they have a bodysuit, which I actually bought to use in the sauna, but I don't think I've been in the sauna since I got it. So those are my current recommendations. The brand for these, if you want to know, is Eco Max is what we're using. We bought the toilet brush as well, and then they've got a paper made toilet brush holder. Also, I'm going to take this opportunity, because I haven't asked you yet in any of my videos. If you haven't subscribed, I'd love it if you'd subscribe. Also, if you can like this video, that would be amazing. I'm a new channel here and just sharing what I'm passionate about and the ideas that I have on that. I have my first book club this Tuesday. If you've already watched my previous video, if you haven't already watched it, I'll link it at the end, about my quiet book club that I'm starting. And I've had like 60 people comment saying they want to come. So if they all come, they're not going to fit. So it's exciting. But I'd love it if you'd subscribe, give me a comment. Tell me where you've improved these areas in your life, any switches you've made, any brands you can recommend. And thank you for being here. And I look forward to seeing you again soon.